Hello YouTube friends and family. Today we're going to make some pizza dough. I have bought it from the store, whether it's Trader Joe's, whether it's a pre-mix box. Jackie used to go to the local pizza place and buy it for 20-some bucks a ball of dough, and all you need is flour and a pinch of a few things and a little bit of your time, and you're going to have some amazing pizza dough. Throw pizza dough, pizza parties, you can make calzones, we make garlic knots, breadsticks, whatever you want. It's a great dough recipe, and it makes great pizza and great calzones. It's not too stretchy, not too thin, not too thick, not too tough, very versatile dough. So we're gonna show you how to make that. I'll splash up the ingredients, but I'll go through our list here. We need some flour, some all-purpose, sugar, salt, garlic, dried basil, or you can use fresh basil. Oh yeah, a little bit of yeast, a little bit of olive oil, some warm water. I think that's it, right? Yeah, I mean it's probably stuff you have around the house. And if you don't have basil, not a big deal. You don't have garlic, what are you even doing right now? And then it does help to have a little wine on hand. So I'm gonna get that open, but let's start on this first. First we combine. Oh, I'm using a KitchenAid. You don't need to use a KitchenAid. The recipe does not call for a KitchenAid or any sort of mixer, but it's just a lot of handwork, and we have a KitchenAid with the dough hook, so I'm going to use that. And we will get our hands dirty later on, as you'll see, but for now, we will add our 1 cup of flour, our yeast, our sugar, and salt, along with, garlic powder and basil. Not too much garlic powder. I'm going to put all these measurements on there because sometimes I misspeak and then I don't want to have to record any of it or call myself a liar with words over it. So that's going to all incorporate. I sometimes use a whisk, but it doesn't really matter. It's all going to mix in there as soon as we add this warm water and olive oil, which is next. I know that's 1 cup of water because it's right there. And the olive oil, does it look? Mm-hmm. Jackie was nice enough to prep everything for me. So we're going to let this mix. I said it's about 2. Let that incorporate. In the meantime, get some wine open. This wine, so when we picked the date, pre-COVID, of our wedding venue, we chose Faulkner Winery. And Polly did their very expensive wine club membership to get better wines at the wedding. So COVID first pushed it from, what do we have, April? To August. And between that time, things got worse, things got a little better, and then the winery burned down. At least the main structure. So we have a lot of this wine, so we're still drinking it almost a year later from when our initial date was going to be. And our party favors we gave out were these nice laser etched with the original date, which then I put a nice little sticker, late but worth the wait. So just killing time while that goes. Anyways, Faulkner did have a great wine, so I didn't mind it. A little on the strong side, but I appreciate that. And it's always good to buy local. That's incorporating a bit. I might use a spoon because it looks a little wet on top and a little dry on bottom. So I'm just gonna get it in there. You do want to have this mix so that way the yeast starts eating all that sugar, farting it up, activate it, and I'm sure it's the right word to say. I'm gonna take this down a bit and stop this for a second. I'm just gonna mix to get, like I said, to get that bottom flour out. Because the next step, we're going to add more and more flour and get this from like a soggy mesh. You got that, love? Get there. And we're going to start making that dough. So I want to make sure that that first step is done well. Okay. Gradually add another 1 cup of flour. So I'll do that next. So once you get most of it incorporated, add a little more, and a little more. So this, we've noticed, depending on where we get our flour from, we got this from the egg farm, right? Elker's Ranch. Where, again, local business we try to get. During COVID, when you couldn't find anything, they started selling yeast, like restaurant packs of flour, sugar, butter, like big chunks of butter. At like decent prices, because I'm sure he just got it from, I don't know, Cisco, some wholesaler, and was kind of selling it for close to wholesale price, which was great. You couldn't find any of this stuff at Costco or anywhere else. So Costco now, we'll probably get our next batch there, because I don't know if he still has the flour. Alright, so it's looking okay. From here you can add more flour, add a splash of water, but want to show them what this looks like? Sorry, keep bugging you. So the actual recipe that we steal from says to stir until the dough is forming into a cohesive elastic ball and it's beginning to pull away from the sides of the bowl. So you can see how every bit of flour that was underneath there is now incorporated in the ball, and it's doing the same thing as I would be doing with my hands. So again, we got KitchenAid, we'll use it. If you want to do this with your hands, more power to you. I just don't like sticky fingers, whatever. Now that that's good, we don't have to mix it for a certain amount of time, right? We'll drop that down. We're gonna put it in a bowl to, I don't know if you call that the proofing or what, but drizzle of olive oil, a little left in this cup. We're gonna want a little more than that. Can you see that on the camera? All right. I've used butter too. And I don't know if I told Jackie that. I love butter. So if you like butter better, you can kind of spread kind of butter in there. Let's get this off of here. It's a little warm. I guess we use warm water. And I'll show you. I mean, it's like a little wetter than Play-Doh. It's beautiful though. Look at that. Just want to bite it. You see it? Is it zoomed in? Okay. So again, you want it a ball. Well, wrinkles are okay. Then we're going to roll it around. This both spreads it out and it kind of seals the dough from getting crusty from all the air. Round ball, transfer to your olive oil brushed bowl. We did that. It is completely coated in olive oil. We're going to cover this and put it in a warm place for 30 minutes. And like our other videos, we prefer to just put it on our toaster oven. Set it to warm, medium warm. And for 30 minutes, guess what? There's a timer on there, so we're going to get a nice ding. Jackie was going to have us hide the Girl Scout cookies, but it is Girl Scout cookies, and Zoe she's selling, what, we owe $1,000, over $1,000 so far? Yeah, so cover this also. Again, the oil's going to seal it in. I don't know if that just keeps the bugs off it, but I haven't seen a bread recipe where we don't cover it in Saran wrap or a loose cloth. You can do either one. So, Alexa, set timer for 30 minutes.
30 minutes, starting now.
Thank you. This is going to get bigger, so make sure you use a bowl that has enough room to let it expand, and we'll see you there. Well, looks like it's time. I wonder if the Alexa's going to go off. Do you want to show them how to make your crispy pepperonis for calzones?
Sure.
Okay.
So I just get regular store-bought pepperoni.
Alexa, stop.
So I get regular store-bought pepperoni, and then we line the little cookie sheet that came with the toaster oven with aluminum, and then I evenly place and layer the pepperoni on there. I think I toast it. I put it on toast, and I put it for about, I'd say like 5 minutes. I put it for about 5 minutes.
Like the medium toast area? Yeah.
For a medium toast, and yeah, it should be good. Don't let them go too far, because with the oil and everything, they'll burn.
Yeah, so here's the before and after. So again, with the calzone, because they're not really, so you can see these are soft. These are a little crunchy.
Yeah.
If you do them just right, you can kind of crumble them. These ones are still kind of medium.
So I'm going to be making a calzone. And so when you make a calzone, not everything inside cooks completely and toasts, because there's nothing, it's not open, it's closed. So I love my pepperoni toasted and crispy. So anyone that knows me, I love everything toasted and burnt. So I crisp them up before I put them into my calzone, so it'll be nice and crunchy.
And then also a lot of the grease drains off, so it's
So it's,
if you're health conscious.
there you go. Kind of drips off.
Because I mean, you should see the amount of grease left on the bottom of the aluminum foil.
Yeah.
Then
so
we put them like in paper towels, and then
I
that
kinda
helps it
just
drain.
just let them drip.
Alright.
Before adding your toppings, you're gonna want to make sure that you preheat your oven to 425.
That way it's ready.
That way it's ready. While
There's
you're...
Frank. Frank. You want to get the dough out while you're driving?
So, look how pretty.
You want to do the plop? It's the best part.
Ugh.
It's my favorite part.
The plop.
Yeah.
My hands are clean, I promise. Ready?
Also, one thing we didn't mention is this recipe makes a pretty big pizza. So what we'll do is just cut it in half, right?
Yep, we cut it exactly in half, and it feeds up to I think a medium-ish pizza, right? Per person.
Yeah.
Like a personal.
If you want it a little thinner, which I guess we like, right? So the next step, we take it out. Again, it got big.
Yeah.
This still got a little olive oil on it. We do need to knead briefly until smooth about 3 or 5 times, right? So that's just fold it in on itself. And then honestly, then I like it to go back into a bit of a ball. And then from there, you can start kneading it out, or what are you, squashing it? I don't know if there's a fancy name for that.
Just kind of kneading it.
We've been watching pizza documentaries.
We've been
Is that what it's
obsessed.
called?
Yeah.
They were like, oh, you have to do it with your hand with love. Don't use a rolling pin. And I felt so rolling pin shamed. Huh.
Yeah.
I realized, I was like, okay.
Yeah, we've been obsessed with watching anything food channel related, huh?
Yeah. I mean, we mentioned we
Watching.
got married. And we had our we're going to do immediate honeymoon to Cancun.
Yeah, to Cancun.
Like a couple weeks later. So that all got canceled. Luckily, they refunded that. And then the next year, or within that year, we wanted to do a Mediterranean, with some Italian stops as well. She's going to do a calzone. I'm going to do a pizza. There's no wrong or right way to roll it out.
So usually with this dough, since we put so much olive oil in it, you don't need to flour your base. I guess if it's drier, we have what's it called? The counter.
Oh, the counter.
The counter that's cold and that's
Yeah,
what's it called?
granite countertop.
Yeah, granite. Sorry, I blanked. And so there's not really much need for flour.
Also very important when you're making pizzas to listen to Italian music. I like Frank Sinatra. But if you ask her, I'm not gonna say it because if we play any music, YouTube like shuts it down and it's like, this is all Sony BMG's product now because you had a 10-second clip of Frank Sinatra. But Spotify's got a good Italian restaurant playlist.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one. It just makes you feel more fun. I don't know, we're dorks.
We have fun when we make pizzas with the kids. We try to do it once a week.
And what we've done too, you saw how, what does that 25-pound thing of flour cost? Like $10?
Yeah.
Like it's like free. It's like, come on, get out of here. And you saw like this is mostly that.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to have we do little pizza parties. I don't know how pizza making parties. We just had our family over last weekend.
Mm-hmm. Last weekend we
Yeah.
had,
So
our friends and
Yeah.
I don't know. We have like little date, couples double date nights, and we say come over. We'll provide the stuff, and you make your own dinner.
Yeah. So we'll pre-make the dough, which you can do that also.
Yeah. We like to do.
Let it rise. It can chill there for hours. I don't know.
The more you let it rise, the bigger it's gonna get. So it's just softer.
So just keep it covered and clean. Don't let it get dirty or gross. Be careful with this dough because it will rip, and if it does rip, just fold it back and right. Again, you can rolling pin it, or I've been just fingering it, as the Italians in Versailles?
Mercier in France.
Was that France? So I think it was. It wasn't like an Italian.
No, it was France. Because remember how they were saying that pizza was first brought by the French.
And if you go to France,
and if you go to France and you have pizza there, you're gonna tell the difference than when you go to Italy and have pizza there, which we don't think so, but
And the tomato sauce was only
Yeah.
after Christopher Columbus specifically apparently
Yeah.
went to the Americas and brought back tomatoes. Like, check this out.
Yeah.
So, anyways, here we are
Making.
pizza.
There you go. That looks good though.
Yeah, it's not bad. It works.
See, it looks,
I think
it
I'm
works.
just usually impatient. I'm like, "Arr," and it tears. I'm like, "Arr."
Yeah.
So we'll see if this one comes out better.
It looks really good.
Yeah. Where's those? I want to show them. I love these things.
They're already pre-cut parchment sheets. Oh my gosh, they're the best.
Yeah. So check these out. Instead of dealing with like curled parchment paper, and we're not sponsored by Reynolds yet. And just flop out, and then they don't curl on you. Like, how nice is this? So before you do anything to these, put it on here.
Yep.
Many a times, even the time before last, we had some friends over. What did I forget to do? You start putting sauce, put toppings. Yeah, good luck prying that thing off of there. There's some tricks, but hopefully you don't have to get that way. Anyways.
We're gonna prove myself wrong. Got it.
Nice. All right. With the calzone, any shape is fine, but just know you're gonna have to fold it on itself, so make it symmetrical.
Try to make it, yeah.
Right? You have a heart shape, circle, or rectangular, whatever you want.
And when you start putting on your toppings, just start from the middle and not too outward, just because you're going to be ending up curling it or topping it over and then curling and folding over the edges to close it up. So just be aware of that. He's getting pizza sauce, we forgot.
Yeah, so on your pizza sauce, there's no right or wrong way for pizza sauce. When we're in Little Italy, Mona Lisa's has really good pizza sauce, so we'll buy it. If not, you can use pasta sauce. You can use tomato sauce and paste.
Yeah,
add some
you.
seasonings.
Whatever you like.
Yeah,
It's your pizza.
do whatever you want. But if you want to be easy about it, I load up on sauce when it's $1.50 each. And this does plenty. You'll need some for dipping sauce too, so I'll probably open that one. In addition to, so I usually smooth it out. If there's big chunks, bonus. I don't like big chunks of sauce in my pizza. Try to get pretty close to the edge. You want to explain yours?
Yeah.
I'll eat all this.
Yeah, so you don't, you start putting in your toppings
On half cup.
on half. You don't put it towards the edge just because you're going to fold over the top. No sauce in the calzones. Calzones usually are dry with sauce, and then once it's cooked, you cut it up and then you dip it as you're eating it. So that's why the calzone has no sauce in the beginning. You can dip later. His is a pizza. It starts off with sauce.
Did you grab the cheese? Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of pepperoni.
Yeah, Jackie loves pepperoni.
And we'll have sausage, so.
Yeah, we usually get sausage. We usually get just a pork sausage from the grocery store. Not the chub. You get whatever you want. There's
It's like a lean. It's a little less fatty.
yeah. We used to use the Farmer John's, like when they go on sale, you get them for $1. The little sausages, they're really fatty. So then we started going to. It just looks like a big, like on the foam tray with the plastic over it, and it just says like country pork. I think that's what it is,
Country pork. That's it.
So yeah. But again, there's no wrong topping. I have nothing against Hawaiian pizza, so that's your jam. That's your jam. That's cool. Don't take my Italian card away. You can put your toppings, cheese toppings. You can put cheese and then your toppings. You can put toppings and then cheese. I don't really care. I do a little everything. And same thing with your calzone. I've noticed I do like it kind of lasagna-ish, where if you put a layer of cheese, a little more toppings, layer of cheese, a little more toppings, it does kind of meld, is her favorite word, together. But again, you'll
just cooks all three together.
you'll just get different ways. Do you want more of this one?
Yeah.
I'm gonna load up. I love bacon on everything, so I like bacon on my pizza. It's pre-cooked from Costco. Don't put rare meat on your pizza. I learned that from Gordon Ramsay on Kitchen Nightmares. He is so mean, but it totally makes sense. Pepperoni, obviously, that's cured, so we get a pass. And I'm the only one that likes olives, besides the kids. So I'm gonna just status all of this. Some ham on here. So this is some Kirkland ham. Just we diced up ourselves. Like I said, there's no wrong or right way to dress your pizza. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. I know I'm talking to the internet and everyone's, opinions are like, is it kids or buttholes? Everyone's got one and they all stink.
Buttholes.
Yeah, probably. I guess it could go either way.
I guess, yeah. That's true.
Alright, we got that. I'm gonna put the pepperonis on top. Oh, you
So-
want to tell them about the...
Yeah, so we actually found, we love truffle, anything actually, truffle fries, truffle oil. So we actually found this truffle parmesan and black garlic seasoning at Costco.
It's so
Oh my gosh,
good.
it's so good. It's so like pungent, potent, like you could taste the truffle, and we love it. So been using that. We also have a white truffle infused oil that Mike found
Amazon.
online on Amazon. I don't know how
I
much.
think I got it on the Amazon today. That was
Yeah.
like $20, but just a
But
drizzle.
it's just a drizzle because it's really, really strong.
Tastes bomb.
But it's so good, it makes everything just.
Another favorite topping that I like is from Trader Joe's, the smoked ghost chilies. Comes in a little grinder, just a little bit, because you don't want your tummy to hurt. Or you're lactose intolerant, so.
Yes.
What else? Garlic, all these garlic. Oh yeah, basil. So we usually use fresh basil. We're kind of in between plants right now. With some crazy weather, we had hail for the first time in a few years.
Yeah.
So our basil all died. That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna basil. I use the Italian seasoning. All right, I'm gonna cheese this up.
So now I'm gonna fold over my calzone. Let's see here.
I go light on cheese. Some people go crazy, especially kids. But if you're not sure if there's too much or enough, put a little more.
Yeah.
And that looks like a lot, but once it melts, you'll be like, I'll use a little more. I'm doing pepperonis on top.
So just to show you guys the edges here.
Should we get in closer? I'm getting closer.
So here's the top layer of the calzone. If it doesn't fully reach the edge, you're just gonna have to, stretch it out a little bit. I mean, the dough it's durable, so it's fine. Even if you stretch it out a bit, it's a little bit thicker. So what you're gonna do is fold over the bottom half of your dough along with the top half, and you're just gonna fold and press, and make sure it's just tight. You don't want it to bust open while it's cooking or baking in the oven. Make sure it's really tight.
There's my pizza.
Looks delicious. I've never actually had a calzone until we started making our own, and I can't go back.
And what did Pop say?
He was like, "Oh my gosh, this is like a." He's like, "Is that like an empanada?" So, I mean, I guess it is, right? We're just not deep frying it; we're just baking it. So there you go. That's what I do. And then what we're gonna do is.
So we keep a little jar of olive oil.
Yeah.
It had, was that the sun-dried tomatoes in there?
Sun-dried tomatoes in it, and
Yeah.
we just kind of rinsed it out a little bit, but it still has a little bit of sun-dried tomatoes stuff at the bottom, which so good.
Yeah.
I just kind of brush a little bit.
Yeah, because like you use all the sun-dried tomatoes, there's still olive oil in there, and I was like,
Yeah.
how flavorful is that? So
Yep. So I
just
just
a little
brush
top tip.
the crust. That way it kind of crusts up a little bit, but olive oil actually keeps it a little soft and chewy.
Yeah.
Um,
So
and
like
if-
the bread, you can use egg if you want a
if you want
crispier crunch.
a darker, more brown crust and then crunchy. I tend to like it a little chewier and soft, but still crunchy. So what I do is score it with a knife here, just so it doesn't bust open.
It's because she's Latina. She likes to stab things.
Like a shank. And then I will top it off with a little bit of salt.
Kosher salt,
Kosher
all flaky.
salt. A little bit more rockier so you can actually, and then some garlic powder, kind of seal in the garlic flavor. taste, and some Italian seasoning again that we
looks
bought
pretty.
at Costco because it just
Yeah, it came with a
looks
grinder.
pretty. And
It's hard
yeah,
to get good Italian seasoning.
it's so good.
Look
And
at
that's
that,
it for
yeah.
me.
Yeah, that's nice.
I'm just waiting.
You want to do my crust? You can show me that.
Oh, sure.
Not that I just want to keep drinking wine and be lazy and not do this. So yeah, again, just do the crust. You can do it with butter, you can do it with olive oil, or you can do it with a little egg wash.
Whatever your preference is, there's no right or wrong.
So it keeps it chewy and it lets the toppings stick to it. Maybe can you put some of that truffle parmesan black garlic
On the on the edges,
Oh, that sounds so good.
or on the top?
On just the edges.
Just edges. That's what I noticed. It doesn't like.
It's clumpy, really clumpy.
Yeah. So now it's time to put in the pizzas that we made, the pizza and the calzone. So we already preheated the oven to 425, and now we're gonna put in the pizzas for about 13 to 15 minutes. It all depends on your oven and how actually you like them, you know.
Yeah,
cooked
just
and
check
baked.
on it
So
when it
just
gets
check on
close.
it in about 13 minutes, and then if you want to go longer, go longer. If not, then take them out.
And same with the garlic knots if you
Yeah.
go that route. It's still about the same time.
Yeah.
Just check a couple minutes before because
I
we've
like
had
it,
them in
you
too
know,
far.
A little bit, like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But
Alexa, set timer for 12 minutes.
there you go. So we'll see you in about 12 minutes.
Starting now.
Alexa, stop. It's still like sparkling. I don't know if it stopped or not. Okay, she heard it, I guess. Sorry for the delay there. All right, so we actually waited, what did we do, 12 or 13 minutes the first time. We added maybe 3 or 4 more minutes, so it's taking a little longer today. Look at my cool Superman gloves. Let's get it out. I've been checking on it. It looks so good. And how does the house smell?
Oh my god, it smells so good.
It smells great.
You can smell all the herbs and the.
Yeah. Don't forget to turn your oven off.
Oh, they're beautiful.
First, we'll go with a nice.
So pretty.
Look at that. See that nice little color, that toasted
Look at
garlic?
that. Ah,
That's probably why the house smells so good. I usually put it. I know we have the cutting board. Oh, I got 2 of them on there. I usually put it on the stone countertop just to cool it off a little quicker. So I'm impatient. Let's check out this pizza. DiGiorno's got nothing on this. See that thing?
mm-hmm.
See that, internet? Look at that! Add what? Some flour and a pinch of some other stuff, or just some thyme. In your bare hands if you're not lazy like me. So, cut it however you want. This we usually cut kind of in strips, so that way you can have nice mouth capable bits. And then Jackie's already got herself some pasta sauce, or you can use pizza sauce to dip the calzone in. You got your crushed red pepper. I like to put mine on the pizza before I bake it. Because, I mean, why if you're making your own pizza? Or we have this awesome red pepper crushed fine that we get from, again, Mona Lisa's in Little Italy, San Diego. I tried to make it in our own food processor once. It didn't work. So maybe you'll have better results. Because it's just this. You grind it more and it's awesome. Get your ranch out, get your Parmesan cheese. Careful, that's sharp. And that's it. Enjoy, everyone. And I hope you guys have lots of fun with this recipe. You saw how easy it is and how inexpensive it is. We've done the math on calories. It's not really that bad for either, right? Mm-hmm. So enjoy. And Babes have been taking Italian. How do you say goodbye? Arrivederci or something?
Arrivederci.
Yeah. Say it one more time.
Arrivederci.
Yeah, I can't call it.
Arrivederci.
Yeah. Please let us know in your comments if we did anything wrong. People seem to be very opinionated on everything we do, right or wrong. Please like, subscribe, and let us know if you tried it. Any adjustments, any suggestions, because yeah, we're all in this together. So thanks for watching.